Student athletes walk through campus every day, passing by fellow students and staff. But some might be surprised by how many of those athletes are walk-ons.
General attitude towards walk-ons, I think it depends on the sport. My oldest brother was fortunate enough to be a walk-on on the basketball team a few years ago under Travis Ford's first and second year. And just kind of, with the basketball team being a smaller team, less guys, it was more of a team atmosphere for the walk-ons. And he had a good experience with his time.
What people don't understand about Oklahoma State, who are here and kind of take for granted, is that there is a real tradition of success and excellence in athletics, more so than almost any other university in the country. And I think a lot of people who are not in athletic departments or are only at Oklahoma State kind of focus on football and basketball and think, well, there's a lot of programs that are as good as Oklahoma State. But if you look at the entire athletic department, there's very, very few programs that really focus on excellence throughout the entire athletic department. If you look at the history of golf, I think it's the most successful golf program in history. Wrestling definitely is. Cross country is one of the most successful. Women's soccer, all across the board, there's a lot of success here. And I think that culture, that environment is a really good place for a young, rising athlete to be.
12-5!
Following in his older brother's footsteps, freshman Tyler Freeman is one of these rising athletes. But Freeman isn't your typical athlete. He started as a track manager for his high school team, where he was inspired to lace up the shoes himself. After asking for weeks, he was finally given his opportunity.
It was just like a little JV meet, and so I get about 400 meters into that race, and I've been having shin pain, but I was like, I run one day a week, so maybe I'm just tight, like I shouldn't have a problem. And about 600 meters into that race, I hear a crunch, I take another step, and then I just fall.
Freeman had a stress fracture in his leg, causing his leg to completely fracture during his race. Because of this, he was in a full leg cast for 6 months. Any normal athlete would have thrown in the towel, and that would have been the end of their career. That was not the case for Freeman.
I was like, hey coach, can I run the 400 next week? And he was like, yeah, I can't remember who it was, but they're sick, so I got an open spot. And get put in 400, and I ran a 50.48, and which was insane for me because I was just trying to hit like 52 or 53. And then, so I'm talking to my coach, and he's like, you could run in college, like probably.
Freeman decided to follow his older brother and walked onto the track team at Oklahoma State. He is now enjoying the life of a college student and student athlete.
I thought it'd be a cool opportunity for him. Obviously, being a student athlete is something that's really cool, definitely, and only something you're going to get one time going around, so never get that chance again. So I told him he should definitely go for it if that's what he wanted to do.
Typically, guys that tall are weak, and they can't. Their limbs are so heavy they can't lift them correctly, so they get poor posture, poor form. But Tyler doesn't have that problem, and I think he is willing to work and wants to become better.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great place. There's a lot of people in every sport that walk on, and I mean, just because you're a walk-on doesn't mean you can't be successful or earn a scholarship at some point.